Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on October 31st, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Karoti Vachalam
Pongulanghayate Giri
Yati Vatarahan Mande
Sri Guru Dinatarinam
Paramananda Madhavam
Sri Chaitanya Visharam
Adihi Om Tat Sat.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, today we will continue with the compilation of Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Sanatana Goswami Meets Lord Chaitanya. Under the section, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami in the science of the Absolute Truth, Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka 9.151 onwards. Maharaj Pratap Rudra says, Then the man who's bringing news says, Srila Sanatana Goswami, the elder brother of Srila Rupa Goswami, a most brilliant gem in that assembly, in the government of Hussain Shah, the ruler of Bengal, gave up everything just to accept the youthful goddess of Vairagya. Although he externally appeared to be an Avaduta, he was filled with the mellow of bhakti within his heart. Thus, he can be compared to a large lake covered by Shaivala plants. He was the giver of pleasure for all the devotees who knew the science of bhakti.
Sanatana Goswami, as the Prime Minister of the Emperor Hussain Shah,
So Sanatana Goswami, as the Prime Minister of the Emperor Hussain Shah,
he was actually running the whole government.
he was actually running the whole government.
So he was in a very enviable position.
So he was in a very enviable position.
He gave up everything to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
He gave up everything to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
and to practice Vairagya and Vrindavan.
and to practice Vairagya in Vrindavan. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.153 onwards. Then the king says, Then Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.46.
চন্দ্রশেখরের গৃহে উপস্থিত চন্দ্রশেখরের ঘরে আসি দ্বারেতে বসিলা মহাপ্রভু জানি চন্দ্রশেখরে কহিলা
Sanatana Goswami then went to the house of Chandrasekhar and sat down by the door. Understanding what was happening, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Chandrasekhar.
Lord Chaitanya had understood that Sanatana Goswami had come.
Lord Chaitanya has understood that Sanatana Goswami had come. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.47.
বাহ্যবেশ নিরপেক্ষ প্রকৃত বৈষ্ণব সনাতনকে আনায়ার্থ শেখরকে আদেশ দ্বারে এক বৈষ্ণব হয় বলা হতাহারে চন্দ্রশেখর দেখে বৈষ্ণব নাহি কো দ্বারে
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, There is a devotee at your door, please call him in. Going outside, Chandrasekhar could not see a Vaishnava at his door.
Because Sanatana Goswami had not shaved for many days,
Because Sanatana Goswami has not shaved for many days,
and he was wearing dressed like a Muslim fakir.
And he was wearing a dress like a Muslim fakir.
So Chandrasekhar couldn't see anyone he recognized as a Vaishnava.
So Chandrasekhar couldn't see anyone that he recognized as a Vaishnava. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 20.48.
সনাতনের বহির বৈষ্ণব বেশ না দেখিয়া প্রত্যাবর্তন দ্বারেতে বৈষ্ণব নাহি প্রভুরে কহিল কেহ হয় করি প্রভু তাহারে পুছিল
When Chandrasekhar informed the Lord that no Vaishnava was at his door, the Lord asked him, "Is there anyone at your door?" Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak. Maharaj Prataprudra says, "How did he come to see the Lord?" Man bringing news, we heard of that from his Sanatana Goswami's own mouth. Maharaj Prataprudra says, "Please speak." Man bringing news said, Sanatana Goswami said, "At first I sat at the doorstep. A large number of people very eagerly went to see the Lord in the house of Chandrasekhar. And after seeing the Lord, they obtained love of Krishna. While coming out of the house, they were constantly chanting the holy names, shedding tears with the hairs on their body standing erect in ecstasy. While standing outside, I saw these people going to and from the Lord, and seeing their emotions, I took the dust of their feet in order to see the Lord. At that time, the omniscient Lord called me to him through someone." When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when people saw him, they immediately became in love, of ecstatic love of Krishna.
The symptoms are explained by Sanatana Goswami.
The symptoms are explained by Sanatana Goswami.
So we should be so eager to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
We also should be eager to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Sanatana Goswami was taking the dust from the feet of the devotees coming out.
So Sanatana Goswami was taking the dust from the feet of the devotees who were coming out,
just hoping that he would get the mercy of the Lord.
just hoping that he would get the mercy of the Lord.
Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 20.49.
দরবেশ বেশি সনাতনকে আনিতে প্রভুর আদেশ দেহ কহে এক দরবেশ আছে দ্বারে তারে আনো প্রভুর বাক্যে কহিল আসিতারে
Chandrasekhar replied, "There is a Muslim mendicant." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately said, "Please bring him here." Chandrasekhar then spoke to Sanatana Goswami, who was still sitting beside the door.
Oh, that's so that Chandrasekhar
It was natural that Chandrasekhar
could not recognize Sanatana Goswami.
could not recognize Sanatana Goswami.
But Lord Chaitanya was omniscient.
But Lord Chaitanya, who was omniscient,
He knew everything.
he know everything. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 20.50.
সনাতনকে চন্দ্রশেখরের দরবেশ বলিয়া সম্বোধন প্রভু তোমায় বোলাই আইস দরবেশ শুনি আনন্দে সনাতন করিলা প্রবেশ
"Oh Muslim mendicant, please come in. The Lord is calling you." Sanatana Goswami was very pleased to hear this order, and he entered Chandrasekhara's house. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka 9.152. Men bringing news. The Lord became compassionate just by seeing his eyes as soon as Sanatana Goswami arrived. The Lord, who has the complexion of golden champaka flower, out of mercy, opened his long arms and embraced Sanatana Goswami. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 20.51.
সনাতন দর্শনে দ্রুতবেগে প্রভুর আগমন ও আলিঙ্গন। তাহারে অঙ্গনে দেখি প্রভু ধাইয়া আইলা, তারে আলিঙ্গন করি প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইলা।
As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Sanatana Goswami in the courtyard, he immediately went up to him with great haste. After embracing him, the Lord was overwhelmed with ecstatic love.
Prabhupada was describing the meaning of Sanatana Goswami and Lord Chaitanya.
Prabhupada was describing the meeting of Sanatan Goswami and Lord
When
Chaitanya
he was visiting Gorakhpur.
when he was visiting Gorakhpur.
They said it was just like when the gopis would meet Krishna.
He said that it was like when the gopis, when they met Krishna.
So then Prabhupada, he started crying.
And Prabhupada, he started crying
And he couldn't continue on with the class.
and he couldn't continue onwards the class.
So this meeting of Lord Chaitanya with Sanatana Goswami
So this meeting of Lord Chaitanya with Sanatan Goswami
is something very special.
is something very special. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.52.
আলিঙ্গন ফলে সনাতনের প্রেম ও দৈনক্তি। প্রভু সমস্পর্শে প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইলা সনাতন, মোরে না ছুঁইয় কহে গদ গদ বচন।
As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched Sanatan Goswami, Sanatan was also overwhelmed with ecstatic love. In faltering voice he said, "O my Lord, do not touch me."
Sanatana Goswami was so humble.
Sanatan Goswami was so humble.
He was thinking that in his soul condition, he shouldn't be touched.
So he was thinking that in his soul condition he shouldn't be touched.
He considered himself very low.
And he considered himself very lowly, fallen. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.53.
প্রভু ও সনাতন উভয়েরই প্রেম ক্রন্দন চন্দ্রশেখরের বিস্ময়। দুইজনে গলাগলি রোদন অপার, দেখি চন্দ্রশেখরের হইল চমৎকার।
Shoulder to shoulder, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sanatan Goswami began to cry unlimitedly. Chandrasekhar was very much astonished to see this.
Chandrasekhar was thinking that here some Muslim mendicant is being embraced by Lord Chaitanya.
So Chandrasekhar is thinking here a Muslim mendicant is being embraced by Lord Chaitanya.
They're both crying.
And they are both crying.
So he's very confused, very astonished.
And he was
What's happening?
He was very confused, very astonished. What's happening? Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.54.
সস্নেহে সনাতনকে নিজ সমীপে আসন প্রদান, তবে প্রভু তার হাত ধরি লইয়া গেলা, পিণ্ডার উপরে তারে আপন পাশ বসাইলা।
Catching his hand, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Sanatan Goswami inside and made him sit on an elevated place next to him. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.55.
স্বহস্তে সনাতনাঙ্গ মার্জন, সনাতনের দৈনক্তি। শ্রীহস্তে করেন তার অঙ্গ সমার্জন, দেহ কহে মোরে প্রভু না করো স্পর্শন।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began cleansing Sanatana Goswami's body with his own transcendental hand, Sanatana Goswami said, "Oh my Lord, please do not touch me."
Lord Chaitanya we can see how he loves his devotees so much.
So, Lord Chaitanya, we can see how he loves his devotees so much.
Sanatana Goswami went through great difficulty
Sanatan
to
Goswami.
reach him.
So, Sanatan Goswami went through great difficulties in order to reach him.
And the Lord was appreciating very much.
So, the Lord was appreciating very much.
So he was doing all these things.
So, he was doing all these things. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.56.
প্রভু কর্তৃক তাহাকে মহাভাগবতোচিত গৌরব দান। প্রভু কহে তোমায় স্পর্শী আত্মপবিত্রিতে, ভক্তি বলে পারো তুমি ব্রহ্মাণ্ড সধিতে।
The Lord replied, I am touching you just to purify myself, because by the force of your devotional service, you can purify the whole universe.
Lord Chaitanya was qualifying Sanatana Goswami,
Lord Chaitanya was glorifying Sanatan Goswami,
appreciating his performance of Bhakti Yoga.
appreciating his performance of Bhakti Yoga.
He said by his Bhakti Yoga,
He said by his Bhakti Yoga,
he could purify the whole universe.
he could purify the whole universe.
And Lord Chaitanya was instructing all of us
So Lord Chaitanya was instructing all of us
how a devotee should be appreciated.
how a devotee should be appreciated. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.57.
শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতের 1:13-10 ভবদ্বিধা ভাগবতা তীর্থভূতা স্বয়ং প্রভু তীর্থ কুর্বান্তি তীর্থানি শান্তস্থানে গদাভৃতা।
Saints of your caliber are themselves places of pilgrimage. Because of their purity, they are constant companions of the Lord, and therefore they can purify even the places of pilgrimage. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. This verse was spoken by Maharaj Yudhishthir to Vidura in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.13.10. Vidura was returning home after visiting sacred places of pilgrimage, and Maharaj Yudhishthira was receiving his saintly uncle. In essence, Maharaj Yudhishthira was saying, My dear Lord Vidura, you yourself are a holy place because you are an advanced devotee. People like you always carry Lord Vishnu in their hearts. You can revitalize all holy places after they have been polluted by the pilgrimages of sinners. A sinful person goes to a holy place of pilgrimage to be purified. In a holy place, there are many saintly people and temples of Lord Vishnu. However, the holy place becomes infected with the sins of many visitors. When an advanced devotee goes to a holy place, he counteracts all the sins of the pilgrims. Therefore, Maharaj Yudhishthir addressed Vidura in this way. Since an advanced devotee carries Lord Vishnu within his heart, he is moving temple and a moving Vishnu. An advanced devotee does not need to go to holy places, for wherever he stays is a holy place. In this connection, Narottam Das Thakur says, Tirtha Jatra Parishrama Kebal Manir Brahma. Visiting holy places is simply another type of bewilderment. Since an advanced devotee does not need to go to a holy place, why does he go? The answer is that he goes simply to purify the place.
By divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada
His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada
traveled around the world
traveled around the world
14 times
14 times
And then wherever he went,
And then wherever he went,
that place became a place of pilgrimage.
that place became a place of pilgrimage.
And he purified the people
And he purified the people
in the place.
and the place.
So in the same way, a very advanced devotee can purify any place.
In the same way, a very advanced devotee can purify any place
Because he carries Vishnu in his heart.
because he carries Vishnu in his heart. Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak 9.157. Maharaj Pratap Rudra says, Then, when bringing news, when he saw Sanatan, the Lord recited the verse, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.58.
বিভক্তি বিলাসে 10:91 নমে অভক্তস্য তু বৃদ্ধি মদ্ভক্ত সপচ প্রিয় তস্मै দেয়ং তত গ্রহং সচ পূজ্য যথা অহম.
Lord Krishna said, even though a person is a very learned scholar of Sanskrit Vedic literatures, he is not accepted as my devotee unless he is pure in devotional service. However, even though a person is born in a family of dog eaters, he is very dear to me if he is a pure devotee who has no motive to enjoy fruitive activity and mental speculation. Indeed, all respects should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted. Such devotees are as worshipable as I am. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. This verse is included in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa 10.127 compiled by Sanatan Goswami.
So, Lord Chaitanya was not seeing
So Lord Chaitanya was not seeing
the external appearance.
the external appearance.
He was seeing the consciousness
He was seeing the consciousness
and devotion.
and devotion.
Therefore, he felt very affectionate towards Sanatana Goswami.
Therefore, he was very affectionate towards Sanatan Goswami. Saying the verse and coming towards him, Lord Chaitanya embraced him with both arms. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.59.
শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতে 7:9-10 বিপ্রাদিশীড় গুণযুতার বিন্দনাভ পাদার বিন্দ বিমুখাৎ সপচং বরিষ্ঠম মন্যে তৎপ্রীত মনোবচনে হিতার্থ প্রাণং পুনাতি সকলং নতু ভূরিমন.
One may be born in a Brahmana family and have all 12 Brahmanical qualities. But if he is not devoted to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who has a navel shaped like a lotus, he is not good as a Chandala who has dedicated his mind, words, activities, wealth, and life to the service of the Lord. Simply to take birth in a Brahmana family or to have Brahmanical qualities is not sufficient. One must become a pure devotee of the Lord. If a Swapacha or Chandala is a devotee, delivers not only himself but his whole family. Whereas a Brahmana who is not a devotee but simply has Brahmanical qualifications cannot even purify himself or to speak of his family. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This verse is spoken by Prahlad Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.10. A Brahmana is supposed to be qualified with 12 qualities. As stated in Mahabharata, a Brahmana must be perfectly religious, he must be truthful, and he must be able to control his senses. He must execute severe austerities, and he must be detached, humble, and tolerant. He must not envy anyone, and he must be expert in performing sacrifices and giving whatever he has in charity. He must be fixed in devotional service and expert in the knowledge of the Vedas. These are the 12 qualifications for a Brahmana. The Bhagavad Gita 18.42 describes the Brahmanical qualities in this way: Samodamas tapa saucham shantir arjavamevacha jnanam jnanam astikyam brahmakarma svabhavajam. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. In the Mukta Phala Tika it is said, mental equilibrium, sense control, austerity, cleanliness, tolerance, simplicity, detachment, theoretical and practical knowledge, satisfaction, truthfulness and firm faith in the Vedas are the 12 qualities of a Brahmana.
His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur,
His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur
glorified all the Brahmanas of these 12 qualities.
glorified how the Brahmanas has these 12 qualities.
Then he explained that the Vaishnavas have these 12 and one more.
And he explains a Vaishnava has these 12 and one more.
The pure devotion for Krishna.
That is pure devotion for Vishnu.
One has that pure devotion to Krishna,
If one don't have pure devotion towards Vishnu,
and actually everything
then everything is futile.
and one has the pure devotion for Krishna,
If one has pure devotion for Vishnu,
and everything else is perfect.
then everything else is perfect. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.16.
ভক্ত সেবাতে নিয়োগ ফলেই সকল ইন্দ্রিয়ের সার্থকতা। তোমা দেখি তোমায় স্পর্শে গাই তোমার গুণ, সর্বেন্দ্রিয় ফল এই শাস্ত্র নিরূপণ।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, by seeing you, by touching you, and by glorifying your transcendental qualities, one can perfect the purpose of all sense activity. This is the verdict of the revealed scriptures. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. This is confirmed in the following verse from the Hari Bhakti Sudodaya 13.2. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 20.61.
জগতে শুদ্ধ ভগবত ভক্ত সুদুর্লভ, হরিভক্তি সুদাদয়ে 13:2। অক্ষ্ণ ফলং তদদৃশ দশনং হিতন, ফলং তদৃশ গাত্র সঙ্গ, জিহ্বা ফলং ত্রাদিশ কীর্তনং, হি সুদুর্লভা ভাগবত হি লোকে।
My dear Vaishnava, seeing a person like you is the perfection of one's eyesight. Touching your lotus feet is the perfection of the sense of touch, and glorifying your good qualities is the tongue's real activity. For in the material world, it is very difficult to find a pure devotee of the Lord.
Many people may be devotees of God,
So many people may be devotees of God,
but they pray
but they
for
pray
some material result.
for some material result,
They want liberation from this material world.
or they want liberation from this material world.
Actually, one who wants to serve Krishna,
Actually, one who wants to serve Krishna,
who wants to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
who wants to serve the Supreme Personality of
and no
Godhead,
other motive,
have no other motive,
is very rare.
is very rare.
And such a person, and Lord Chaitanya is teaching
Such a person as Lord Chaitanya is teaching,
that such a person is very purifying.
such a person is very purifying. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 20.62.
কৃষ্ণের অহৈতুকী কৃপা মহাত্মা বর্ণন, প্রভু স্বয়ং সনাতনের বন্ধন মোচন, লীলাভিনয়ের মূল সূত্রধর। এত কহে প্রভু শোনো সনাতন, কৃষ্ণ বড় দয়াময় পতিত পাবন।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, My dear Sanatan, please hear from me. Krishna is very merciful and he is the deliverer of all fallen souls.
So, the one desires to serve Krishna,
So if one desires to serve Krishna,
then Krishna gives him all facilities.
then Krishna gives him all facilities.
He's Patitaran, the deliverer of the fallen,
He is Patita Pavan, the deliverer of the fallen.
and he makes it possible for such a devotee
So he makes it possible for such a devotee
to get free from all the bondage of the material world.
to be free from all the bondage of the material world.
So Lord Chaitanya was telling Sanatana Goswami
So Lord Chaitanya was telling Sanatan Goswami
that his freedom was actually facilitated by Lord Krishna.
that his freedom was actually facilitated by Lord Krishna.
He gave his special mercy
He gave his special mercy
and that he could be free
so that he could be freed
and join Lord Chaitanya.
and could join Lord Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thus ends the first part of the chapter entitled Sanatan Goswami Meets Lord Chaitanya. Under the section, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatan Goswami in the science of absolute truth.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.